Yeah, yeah, guys, hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back to a new episode of A Sense of Capital Crunch Time. Your host of today, as always, is Julian, and I'm very glad to have you in. I already checked if someone is joined from the side of the audience. And guys, let me check it one more time. And I will see quickly. Yes, there's I think three currently viewers have joined, so I highly appreciate it to have each of you in currently. And guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited because first of all, the earnings seasons for the companies I'm a shareholder of, and you are maybe a shareholder of as well, or finally started. Even though a lot of the bigger enterprises, especially located in the US, have already reported their results in the past 4 weeks roughly, and now it's finally time for a few little bit more tiny but not less futuristic and promising companies. And we start today with HIMS and HERS. HIMS and HERS, the doctor shop, pharmacy store, and healthcare products provider out of the US, which is my favorite company I'm a shareholder of. I'm currently holding 6 companies. I'm holding Alphen, a Dutch company. Then I'm holding Grab, HIMS and HERS, New, Sentinel-1 and Stone Co. So 6 different companies, and I ranked them, and by far the favorite positioned company I'm a shareholder of is HIMS and HERS. So we already start with the filet, with the entrecôte of at least my portfolio from my perspective. Yeah, so great. And guys, before we jump in, before I brief you a little bit, we go into the latest history in terms of news in regard of this company. I quickly push in a disclaimer because I need to, of course, and that you know that I'm not a financial expert. Yeah, I'm not an analyst or something like this. I have no qualification in this regard. And so there is no, the upcoming minutes will not be financial advice, consultation whatsoever, and there's no guarantee for correctness of the provided data. Okay guys, and before we really jump in, just a quick disclaimer one more time actually in terms of promoting my channel. If you will like what you see and you appreciate the content and somehow it's value to you or it's entertaining you somehow, then I highly would appreciate if you can like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel as well, follow me on social media. It would be a big favor, and by doing this you will not miss anything in the future, guys. That is how we can wash hands each other. Guys, maybe just for your information, it's currently the 5th of August 2024. It's 9:37 p.m. In Germany, so CEST time, or it's 3:37 ET Eastern time, so in the US, for instance, at least part of the US. Yeah, and I can't wait. I'm very, very convinced, and of course, the higher you are flying on a positive vibe, the stronger you can drop to the floor, basically. However, I think there's always a point in time when you just need to have an opinion, let's say it like this, and I'm not sure if that's the right point in time, but again, I'm very convinced by this company, and therefore I'm kind of almost too loyal, let's say it like this. That's always difficult or risky when you get emotional, I think. But it's not like, look, if we lose today, we lose. There's at the end always 50% upside, 50% downside risk or chances. Yeah, can always work in both directions. That's the truth. And yeah, we will see what will happen, what will be the outcome of today. But before we open the results, and the results will very likely get announced in roughly 30 minutes. And for those of you who are not new to this channel, you are very likely knowledge about that I'm always late. I'm always late, man. That's something I need to work on. And even today, I waited for this day for roughly 3 months actually till the last earnings results, Q1 2024. However, still late, so I definitely try to not lose too much time anymore, and make sure that as soon as the results are publicly accessible and launched on the website, the investors relation website of HIMS and HERS, yeah, I will go for it. I will go for it, share them and back them live. Yeah, and guys, of course, I always appreciate if you join as well the chat. Yeah, use the chat function, say hello, say goodbye, ask questions, let me know if I communicated some wrong information or whatsoever. Always interested in an interaction with you guys. Yeah, highly appreciate this. Okay, guys, I already mentioned. So basically, HIMS is a combination out of digital doctor shop, where a doctor is working, a doctor, and making sure you get the right prescription. And then when you get this digital prescription, basically you go to the digital pharmacy, which is more or less HIMS and HERS itself, the store, and then you can utilize you can utilize the prescription if there's a need that it's mandatory to have a prescription, and then you get the specific medical product. Yeah, and they have, so HIMS and HERS, they offer most of the time, or primarily only, generic products branded with their own design, a lot of times with their own combination of different ingredients in basically 5 major sectors. You can see here one is sex, basically. So if you have, for instance, as a male, erectional dysfunctions, then this is located in this category. Then we have hair, we have mental health, we have dermatology, so skincare, and we have, of course, the new banger, which is weight loss. Yeah, so those are the 5 major categories of HIMS and HERS when we talk about their product and service portfolio. So what all of those have in common, they are not really the typical products you talk in public about with whatever, your work colleague, your workmate, for instance. Yeah, it's more like people hesitate a little bit to discuss, yeah, very open about it, and I don't have ED, I don't have skin problems, oh no, my hair is still very thick and not getting thinner, like actually mice is doing. So HIMS and HERS, please come to Germany and offer your products. No, but again, it's generic. I could order the stuff, or kind of the stuff, anyway. So this is, of course, one attribute which all of those products have in common, of HIMS and HERS, and where HIMS and HERS basically really sets a focus on. Yeah, and another one is they offer personalized solutions. Yeah, I'm not sure. You can see it already here. Get personalized treatment plans with doctor trusted solutions. And so basically, let's talk, for instance, about weight loss. I'm not sure when I click on it if what happens actually. Very likely I need to, I don't need to cover a survey. But so they have different kits. Yeah, when we talk about their legacy weight loss, which was announced and launched in December last year. And there are different kits, and each kit consists out of different pills. And depending what, as a potential user, what kind of conditions you have physically, mentally, what is your, for instance, current weight, what is your goal weight, what are your targets, however, how sporty you are and active, and maybe you have some disease or don't know what kind of questions will get asked, but all of this kind of stuff very likely. So if you have this, you cover the survey basically, or have this chat with the doctor, and then you get the prescription for the specific kit, which is one out of 5 different ones. Yeah, and that is basically the personalized one. Yeah, and so there are different skin products, skincare products as well, with different ingredients, and this kind of stuff creates, of course, kind of a moat, because as a patient, as a customer of HIMS and HERS, it's not that easy to move to another vendor of those kinds of solutions, because this personalization is basically a quite unique selling proposition for HIMS and HERS. So we have this a little bit uncomfortable, inconvenient products, or which are connected to uncomfortable disease. Then we have this personalization, and of course we have subscription models. So a lot of stuff which you can order here, getting ordered through subscriptions. So it's not a one-time event and you order a bucket of whatever for 30 days medication. No, most of the time you order something for 1 month prescription, 3 months prescription, 1 year prescription, or even a prescription which is getting prolongated all the time till you end it and cancel it by yourself. Yeah. So that's basically it when we talk about HIMS and HERS. Yeah. And I mean, guys, why it's called HIMS and HERS might be obvious, but at the end it started with HIMS actually. So they set a higher focus on HIMS products, male products. Again, what you already see it here in the background of the screen. And then they go on and launched and rolled out the business as well to the HERS, to the the female products, as you can see here. Yeah. So very likely different hair growth, different mental health, different weight loss products. But there's even more further stuff. As you can see here, some supplements like libido gummies, detox gut health. Guys, an OMG ring, yeah. So really something for the crispiness with yourself alone or with your partner or partners. Not sure, I'm not too heavy involved. However, yeah, so even kind of these devices get sold, but of course that's not the major driver. Major driver are really those 5 pillars: skincare, mental health, weight loss, hair loss, and ED, sex basically. Okay guys, so we have HIMS and HERS, we have HERS products, we have HIMS products, and of course we have a chart. We have a chart because, as you can see, let's move a little bit into the past. You can see it was kind of IPO'd in 2021, 2022, 2021, and you can see it was quite volatile. Like many IPOs, it rose very, very strongly to roughly, you can see $22. And right after dropped and was quite flat over, let's say two and a half years. And then they reached basically adjusted gap level, adjusted EBITDA level. They showed they can sustainably produce revenue and somehow create more and more conviction, and people get used to it. And of course, one major driver we need to already focus right now, and it's currently in the news, but we will talk in a moment to it, is that they covering and offering since June this year, so roughly 2 months, they offer generic semaglutide, maybe pronounced in English, in proper English. So semaglutide. So basically, really the strong stuff, which was before regulated and covered by patents by Eli Lilly, a US company, and Novo Nordisk, I think it's a Swiss company, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, it's this group of products which are used by injections, yeah, which is the thumbnail of this stream. You get some vials, you get your injection device, a needle whatsoever, and then you push it in, and this stuff makes sure that you are less hungry, for instance, you have less food noise, this kind of stuff. Same like the kids, but very likely a little bit more efficient, a little bit more stronger, and therefore, I mean, as well covered by regulations, and the ones who developed it, like Eli and Lilly and Novo Nordisk, those both have protections for those products, because it's quite strong and quite expensive. On the other hand, guys, it's, yeah, as I mentioned, it's expensive, but there is a law in the US that if you are covered with the supply chain issues, basically, yeah, so there are bottlenecks and not enough products can get provided to the public citizens, yeah, to the people over there in the US. Then there is a law that even other players can offer generic versions of those products. And that's the reason why HIMS and HERS stepped in and offering those GLP quite popular and quite high demanded solutions since roughly 2 months. And this of course made sure that the price was never like before in the past years. So when we take a look on the last year, you can see it was launched, I think, I need to check it by myself, but was it May or something like this? May or June? However, that made a big difference. We come back into this topic in a moment, yeah? So, and since then it's getting way more popular under the investors. Yeah, and and that's really why I titled this video Weight Loss Overdose, and that is what I can already spoil at the moment. There's no need to hold it back. For me, HIMS is way more than weight loss, way more. As I mentioned, it's the newest category. It was launched roughly 8-9 months ago with this kit portfolio, these pills, different kind of pills. And now 2 months ago, it really created a huge momentum by the rollout of GLP, of this injection, these vials products, which are stronger. But and they offer it, HIMS and Hers, the generic version, offer it for the lowest price of $200 per month, and the competitors for a low, very low, but 4-digit number. Yeah, so 1,300 or something like this US dollars. That's definitely a bargain compared to it. So roughly, I think 85% or something like this cheaper. Yeah. And guys, why I think like this? I mean, just to show you very quickly the numbers. And because the results will be public in roughly 15-16 minutes, I guess. So let's go quickly through it. And just take a first glance and a quick glance on the numbers. And you can see here, basically we can go to the full history. And you can see, I mean, they are just beating out the results as hell. You can see it. I mean, if you have sometimes doubts in how convincing they are, I mean, take always a look at their earnings and seeing how everything is really well accelerating. And you can see here, first time EPS positive, yeah. In the February, it was earlier than they expected. They're beating as well currently their guidance. I mean, now they go for 2024 for the targets they originally aimed for 2025 and even higher. And honestly, guys, this is not considering, I expect at least that's not considering that strongly weight loss, and especially not GLP-1, yeah, those new ones. And that will be the first call, yeah, where GLP-1 gets considered only for 1 month, because, yeah, basically the quarter starts with April, May, and then on June it was launched, the GLP-1 products, so only 1 month, 1/3 of the period of time we will cover today was driven as well by GLP-1, yeah, by weight loss, by heavy weight loss products. Guys, let's talk a little bit about. Let's go a little bit further, and here we have the results, but this is what we don't need. Maybe we talk quickly about competitiveness, yeah, about the competitors of HIMS and Hers, and there are several ones. I mean, very likely the most popular one by far is Teladoc. Teladoc was really, it didn't have this high-end focus on personalization, on subscriptions, on products which are most of the time, or I think 100% not covered by local insurance, or at least you don't need insurance for it. Yeah, so you can purchase it without support by the insurance company. And not this little bit inconvenient flavor which comes in hands with the disease, which you cover by or try to solve by using HIMS and Hers products. And Teladoc is more really the very widespread, broad portfolio of different kind of products for all kind of diseases you can have. Very traditional, regular ones like flu or whatsoever, and other ones. And yeah, so I mean, Teladoc didn't have the best time in their life in the past, but of course it somehow opened the door for other players. So definitely some respect for it, and maybe you never know if they somehow in the future will achieve a turnaround. Wait, I make it a little bit smaller, zoom out a little bit for you. Is it working? Yeah, it looks good. Perfect. Yeah, but maybe it will make a turnaround today. I mean, I have no clue about Teladoc, but what I know is actually, I guess they they launched their results today. So even this is what I don't know. But you can see they missed actually one more time revenue, and when you compare this with HIMS and HERS, it looks way more unsolid, and they're still in the negative. Yeah, they're still not positive in terms of profit. So way different level, very different approach. They want to really go for the huge cake, and HIMS and HERS was more setting the focus. Start first with the male products, then rolled out the female products. Way more specified and way more, basically way more intense and highly focused strategy. And then there are other players like LifeMD, very interesting stock. Currently, especially when we talk about the pricing, they will, you can see here, announce their results as well in 2 days. So maybe if you are a shareholder of HIMS and HERS and you want to check some other companies you might be interested in, LifeMed might be an option as well, or for those who can't decide if they want to go for HIMS and HERS or another telehealth company, you can compare it as well with LifeMed, for instance. Yeah, we have Roman.com, and you can see here that is very similar basically to HIMS and HERS. Yeah, hands down. Even if I'm convinced by HIMS and HERS and their services and products, you can see a sexual health, weight loss, fertility, hair, skin, daily health. So quite similar, guys. Even they're offering testosterone products. So this is something. When we take a look into the pipeline of HIMS and HERS, the product pipeline, and these major categories they are currently owning, so currently it's 5. The notebook is a little bit grinding here. I hope it will recover soon. Here we go. So you can see here is basically the current product portfolio, and this is the part of the potential future product pipeline. And you can see here testosterone, for instance, is as well listed, and a lot of stuff, in my opinion, is a little bit more currently addressed to the younger generation. Yeah, maybe below 40 till 40, something like this, even though we can all have, of course, depression and whatsoever. But I really think here with menopause products and some other categories you can see here, there is a huge chance that higher, older audiences, elder ones, getting addressed in the future. And I like this as well, that this kind of potential customer group getting addressed. So guys, we're running out of time, so we go a little bit quicker. And here we have a few other ones, and that's just again US, because they are only active in US and a little bit UK. But you can see there is some better help where you can actually find some therapists. But I guess you can, I assume that you get some mental products as well here, some treatments through BetterHelp, because it is listed by HIMS and HERS as one of the major competitors. Then we have Curology. And you can see here as well different categories, but very focused on skincare products. Yeah, so even higher focus. You see a little bit hair growth as well. So that is stepping as well in the footprints. Of course, there are legacy competitors like Teladoc. There are new ones like this one very likely. So there's definitely some competition going on. Here you can see 30 Medicine. And I wanted just to communicate, I mean, and even the player ones, the true legacy ones, like Amazon with Amazon Clinic, yeah, which we should not ignore as investors. Yeah, it's not like there's only one island and one single provider of those products and the services. No, but I guess there's really one out of a bunch which currently takes the lead and getting very aggressive forward in a very nice way. It's not like just getting out the elbows and being very unsporty or whatsoever. I think just the vibe, the overall feeling, the management, in so many different perspectives, the brand awareness what they have achieved with different kind of, for instance, actors which have been attached in the past already with good reputation. They choose very likely their testimonials, and overall all the pieces of the puzzle perfectly sticking to each other and create a beautiful picture, let's say it like this. Yeah, everything fits perfectly basically. But of course, guys, I mean, where is light, is as well darkness, and you can see here that is, you can see here the short interest over time, and quite volatile as well. But I mean, despite or besides this period here, you can see there was always quite a huge short interest rate or short rate existing, and you can see it grew very strongly in the latest in the past days, and that is something. I mean, yes, David, also very glad to have you in again. I already chatted with you on Friday. It was definitely a pleasure, and I can only say as well, let's go HIMS, man. I am really motivated for this one, but I try to stay professional. And so again, that I'm not getting too emotional if we somehow really drop everything. However, there's really high short rate, and so there are people who are betting against the rise and the positive development of this company. And there's are players as well, like you can see here. Wait, can I zoom out a little bit that you can see as well the logo? No, it's not possible. But the company is called Spruce Point Management. They are a short seller company basically, and they did as well some research, as you can see here, which is a little bit negative affected whatsoever. We have more negative research that is from Hunter Brook. Check it out by yourself. I checked it out by myself. It was very interesting. However, and there's as well some more shadow. And you can see that I accelerate a little bit because the people getting already nervous in the chat. Island mover man, guys. Guys, let's start to cross fingers. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if we need it or not. Again, I would be very surprised if it's not running out positively, but yeah, it's just my opinion, you know. And again, as I mentioned, I'm not 100% skilled, not skilled at all at the end, you know, just a general, regular, private investor. So let's see, and that's the reason why I work as well with emotions. Everything else would be a lie. But you can see here there was roughly, you see it, 1st May, so roughly 5 months ago, right in advance of the earnings results Q1, Andrew Dudum, the CEO, communicated some posts about Palestine and Israel, and check it out by yourself. But this as well resulted in some huge news development. A lot of stuff was going on. Yeah, a lot of articles have been generated by different journalists all over the world, and some people stepped on the side of Andrew Dudum and some against him basically. Yeah, and the result of it was that the price dropped right in front or right in advance of the earnings results. And guys, we go on with more. They have a few news, as you can see, in the past month, and I keep it very superficial right now. You can check out the news episodes. You can check out from Friday the earnings roundup of Q1 2024. HIMS and HERS is among those stocks who have been covered during the session, and you can check a lot of those news there as well, or at least at the latest news episode 2 weeks ago. Then there it's covered for sure. But you can see here that they originally announced their first holistic weight loss program. Why holistic? Because they offer as well an app with different nutrition plans and this kind of stuff. They really try to cover the 30°C angle. And you can see one more time that they announced it on 20th of May. There's GLP solutions. Really the game changer basically, which was disrupting the market very strongly. And connected to this was, I had a black screen for a moment. I thought I was already losing direction to you. should it give some idea of the general direction with the GLP-1? Yes, Lone Mover Man, absolutely right what you have mentioned in the chat. And that is very important. And again, one more time, really guys, of course, at the moment, if we get hit in the face now because the results are not positive and convincing, yeah, and not as expected. And I will show you in a moment what I mean with what are my expectations based on really on numbers. I just want to let you know that for me, it's not about that this result is everything now, and you know that's not changing anything too heavily. If they're not missing that heavily and something is really going awkward now, you know, whatever, half of the cash is somehow lost and missed and nobody knows anymore where their money is or something like this, you know, some awkward accounting stuff, whatever, black swan event. If GLP is not driving like this, okay, it's fine, man, because I never purchased this company for GLP-1. Look guys, share one more time this PowerPoint slide deck. And you can see here, these are the results I've discussed last Friday. And my evaluation, my verdict was absolutely positive. You can see everything is covered in green. My key question here on the top right part is, okay, US first market, second UK, third market, which is the third market they will enter? So very, very bullish basically. And what this shows you is just simple that this earnings results, GLP was not even existing. Yeah, maybe there have been some rumors or whatsoever, but it was not strongly considered at the end, very likely. And so, okay, if they somehow lose GLP because Eli Lilly, one of those original developers, they already mentioned this shortage, yeah, the supply chain bottleneck is not existing anymore for them. And I'm not sure what will be the impact if GLP-1 can get provided by HIMS and HERS as well in the future or not. I'm not an expert in this, yeah. But if that's the case, okay, it will have a high impact on the price, very likely. The news already past week result in a drop of, I think, something like 10%, yeah. And maybe it is again 20% or something like this. Then it is how it is. It is how it is. That's not the reason why I invested into this, from my perspective, amazing stock. However, I want to show you more about weight loss and some news, but first I want to show you my expectations, yeah. And when we talk about top and bottom line growth, you can see here bottom line, so profit side, they forecasted 4 cents and I want to see 6 cents, yeah. So I want to see a beat by 50%, sounds a lot, but when you take a look at 1 year ago, as well, the expected EPS and the actual EPS, they beat it as well by 2 cents, by 0.02 US dollars. And so I want to cover as well this gap, so 6 cents per share is the target. And we talk about top line growth and results. So revenue, here the forecasts are roughly 301, 302 US dollars, and I want to see something like 305 US dollars, 305. So I mean that's already quite high expectations. Honestly, it's something I think 24 million more than the last results. You can see it here, 27.8. Yeah, so 24 million. But look, why I crossed it by 3 US dollars here one more time, the difference between forecast and the actual result. So I want to see that on the absolute scale, the beat is more or less on the same level. Yeah. So one more time, EPS 6 cents per share and revenue 305 US dollars. That would make me very, very happy. And everything above would be more green. On this level would be yellow, and everything underneath for sure red. No question about it. And guys, maybe I check quickly the earnings results. They are already live. No, they are not. Whew, you can see here in this column, if Q2 is live, then we will see it. And I guess the chat will already freak out as soon as it happens. So just a matter of time. And Prashan Nizaraya, I'm not sure if I pronounce it right, very likely not. But good luck to you as well, of course, colleague. We are all in the sailing in the same boat. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Nope, that we will experience some sweet tailwind, basically, guys. And so They are under news. 6 cent EPS. You see, that is. Look, guys. That's the reason why you watch my my stream. Is it really true? Okay, guys, let me check. Is it? It's at their news, right? Okay, yeah, you can see it here. Okay, we directly jump into it. We don't lose any time. Not regularly. I always go on with the regular procedure, but not today. Not today. I'm by myself, too motivated. But one more time. I mean, 6 cents EPS if workshop red is correct. And I think Reddit stories 315 is the revenue, right? So then it's quite a huge beat. I mean, it will be as well about guidance. I think, look, before we jump in, guidance will be a big aspect, yeah, because as Lawn Mover Man already mentioned it in the chat function, that GLP only is active in this quarter for 1/3 of the time, yeah, and available. So I guess we will see how they price it in the future. I expect they will not consider it too strongly. They will sandbag because HIMS a lot of times set up their results, their guidances too low in terms of the actual results. So I don't think they will do wrong promises. But what I'm really interested in is how they behave in the call. Because, I mean, an analyst will ask, what do you expect? Even though they will not announce it now proactively in the press releases. And they will ask as well very serious questions, I think, about, okay, what will be the impact of Eli Lilly, who stepped up their production game and now are not confronted anymore with shortages. Yeah. However, guys, I told you we will jump right in, so let's do it. And here we are, and maybe wait one moment. So here we have the old one, which is not that interesting, very lucky for you guys. Oh yeah. Okay, that's... You can see it was... Oh man. Okay, so first of all, again, analyst forecast, analyst expectation was 302 million. Now we have 316 million US dollars of revenue. Of course, somehow the market is expecting a hit by GLP. Yeah, but this is now by far the strongest quarter, absolute revenue growth by far. I mean, before, you can see it here, 278, and now, I mean, it's 52% year over year, which is amazing, yeah. But quarter over quarter, it's, how much is it? 36, 38. So it's 12.5% just Q on Q. That's amazing. Really, 380 revenue next quarter? Oh man, I need to be quicker. They're already spoiling here everything in the chat. I see it. Crazy, man. Crazy, yeah. Okay, you can see here, raises full year guidance. I mean, they raised already last quarter the guidance, you know, and now they do it again one more time and really strongly. Before the guidance was, this is the guidance here, you can see it from Q1 2024, 1.2 billion to 1.23 billion revenue. Yeah, and now we're talking about 1.37 to 1.4 billion in just one quarter. And they are, again, based on my experience with this company, they are conservative. This is correct, conservative. So they are quite gentle about it. No, generous not the right. I mean, they're hiding a little bit the potential, yeah, and getting going more for the secure path of setting up a guidance. That's amazing. So when I check now after our company price, I guess, guys, I didn't. Okay. It's now I've seen it, 13.6% Camille friends. Man, I need to somehow deactivate the chat function. I love that you're writing, but I want to make a big guess what will be the result out of it then. Okay, but amazing, guys. I love that you're active in the chat. That's really a big favor for me. However, guys, yeah. So one more time, where I am now here. One more time, very strong. Simply like this. I mean, last earnings results was already very flawless, and we will go into the details in a moment because I prepared an Excel sheet for it, and I will show you my verdict even though, again, one more time, disclaimer, I'm not a financial analyst, and I can't give you any correctness for the provided data, but in the end, I can show you at least my opinion, my view on this topic. So guys, I would say we're not missing any time, and I have this Excel sheet right here, as you can see. It's down. No, it's not down. For sure not. Let me check this together with you guys. Yeah, okay, if it's down, it's down. Then I will purchase more stocks. It's simple like this. Even though my position is already large, it is actually down. Crazy. But look, guys, for me, it doesn't make any difference, really. Doesn't make any difference. I already think, from my perspective, it's valuated too low, this company at the moment. And if it's down at the moment, maybe it's driven as well by the overall market, you know, this Nikkei situation, recession, anxieties of the stock markets, participants, all this kind of developments which are going on currently in the world, and have an impact on the stock prices worldwide. Maybe this is here affecting as well the price. We need to check out together. Maybe there is something what I can't see on. No, I'm not drunken. But what I can't see on the first glance. But maybe we will figure it out together when we take now the Excel sheet, and this is what we will do right now together. So guys, you can see here the Excel sheet, and we already have EPS. I mean, actually, it is what was the estimation by myself, so very lucky, by 6 cents. And then now we add the earnings per share. One moment. So, and the revenue. So we go back. It's a little bit difficult sometimes to work with a notebook and one screen. I'm currently thinking about to do the videos in my apartment in the future, but we will see. So one more time, we have here 350 million US dollars. And so we go back. I enter it quickly and not switching all the time. So it takes a little bit less time to enter it. Then we go to the guidance. Okay, this is the full year guidance, but what I like to see is actually the Q3 guidance. Second quarter highlights. Here, third quarter. Here we are. Yeah, okay. So basically 377.5 in the mid. That's really, really strong. I have really no clue why the market is not appreciating those results. I'm not sure what I'm missing over here, but I can't be more happy so far about the top and bottom line growth. Simple as that. Simple as that. Okay, guys, so we go quickly back and we can already give this one a rating. And I make it very simple and very, very quick, guys. I mean, I expected 6 cents per share, and it was 6 cents per share. So, yeah, in my opinion, that's neutral. That's neutral. I try to make it a little bit more serious always. It could be even positive, but I keep it neutral. Yeah. So I think 7-8%, that would be a beat from my perspective. But 6 cents is definitely just in line what I expected, so that's fine. But revenue, I have no other choice, especially in terms of considering the guidance, but as well, of course, the actual revenue results, to give it a green rating. So you can see it here on the right side. So that's definitely a positive one. Wait, one moment. Is it because they will be restricted from selling? Let's see. I have no clue. I mean, I can imagine that the big aspect today is as well, was guidance, and this looks so far very good. I think another big driver, depending on in which kind of directions, if you drive forwards or backwards, is definitely the question in terms of how the management will behave on the questions. I think that I think this time it's way more relevant than in the past what Andrew Dudum and his C-level management team will communicate. I think way more relevant. But we will see after hours what will be the result. And of course, I will share as well an earning roundup in the future, and then I will consider as well the call. And so I have future numbers, and you can see here way more details I want to cover today. And for me, there are several aspects which are always worth to get considered. And those are, one more time, first of all, as I mentioned, top and bottom line growth. We already discussed it. And then we have here short-term aspects. Those are the ones we take a focus here as well today, because very likely we will have the numbers. And you can see marketing flywheel effect is for me important. So I really want to see that. I mean, there was always some doubt that without marketing spend, they can't reach new levels of revenue. And last earnings result, they already have proven that marketing per subscriber went down. And so they showed that this kind of flywheel accelerates and running more independently without pushing more and more expenses and money into the marketing business. So this is what we will check in a moment. Then cross-selling assistance. Actually, the management stated at the last earnings call that this is definitely not their prioritized aspects to reach cross-selling. Cross-selling means that when you sell, for instance, ED products to a customer, this customer checks out some other products, and then he orders as well dermatological products. Yeah. So this is something what is not that prioritized by HIMS and HERS, because HIMS and HERS, basically the management is prioritizing that they provide very adequate treatments and product blends. Yeah, and if they can, for instance, provide one box which is covering perfectly 2 or 3 different diseases, yeah, they do it. And then regularly you would purchase them separately, and cross-selling would take place. In this regard, not, because they already try to achieve those blends and perfectly mixtures for the customers. And the third one is the development of the personalized product portfolio and how the demand is. So currently it's, I think, 35%. It was 30% and 20% in the past quarters. So I want to see here as well that some development is going on. And then we have as well some mid and long-term aspects which will experience that focus at today's call. It takes more time. That's the reason why it's a mid and long-term perspective. But you can see as well the GLP-1 shortage. Yeah, it's definitely an aspect. Then of course the rollout of new products and product categories. I already touched the testosterone, for instance, menopause, this kind of products. Then the competitive situation. Since a few quarters they always show how the competitors develop in regard to their market share. So that's interesting as well, of course. Regional expansion. Very quickly they hired 2 new top management person for their board with a lot of experience, especially one person of those both are very, very international, focus driven when we take a look at their CV basically and their professional career experience. So I have higher hopes that further markets getting established, and 2 further markets the business gets expanded. MedMatch is an AI service with more personalized treatments and medications, so I like to see there as well some news in the future. But I guess currently they're checking and testing the experience with it. And then of course the 6th one is a little bit really the black swan event, like legal disputes and or bans. Yeah, you never know, if especially when you're an expert, but even then I guess it's very difficult to guess what will bring the future for HIMS and HERS in terms of regulations. Yeah, however, it's 9% down. Yeah, okay, guys, let me check it. But again, one more time. First, I want to check what is it really this? Oh yeah, 10%. Crazy. Okay, let me check. Let me go back into the numbers and a little bit more deeper into them. So we start with the subscribers. I will add to the sheet 1.864 million. So there we go. X64. Is it correct? Looks good. And then we have marketing spend. Let's go back to the press release. And you can see it here, 144.922 million. Okay, and one more time back. Okay, looks great. And then I want to check one more time personalized solution share, and therefore to check this one I will go to maybe the shareholder letter. I guess there it is most easy to find. Not sure if I need to utilize the search function or not, but a lot of information is provided over here. Okay, we are already at the Outlook. Okay, so here it is not. So I would check one more time. Open this. Let's go back into the press release. Let's check out if we can find some numbers over here. No, unfortunately not. Yeah. So I will wait for the earnings presentation, slide deck, and there it's regularly stated. But that's not the most crucial number. I mean, they're already on a level of 35%, and I in general think the quarter-on-quarter growth is not that high anymore. But now I want to really check what are the results of entering all those numbers. And if, so there it is. I hope it's not too small for you and you can see it. So look, this is what we will not enter as long as we don't have the data, but you can see the revenue I've entered, the marketing, the subscriber base, and different KPIs which result out of it, what we take a look for. And then you can see as well the past quarters and their results and the difference to Q2, so Q on Q basically. And then we have the difference, the difference, the year-on-year growth for this quarter and the year-on-year growth of the quarter before. Yeah, so we can check out a little bit if the year-on-year growth is developing in the right direction, even if though we consider seasonality basically, yeah, because it's a year-on-year growth, quarter year-on-year growth. And as you can see here, the revenue per subscriber grew way stronger than last quarter year-on-year. You can see it. Last quarter 3.2%, now 5.9%. Of course, I mean that might be a sign for cross-selling and upselling, so obviously they make more sales or achieving higher sales per subscriber. That's the truth. But of course you need to consider that part of it is, for instance, weight loss. And weight loss, no matter if we talk about the kits or if we talk about the injections, so GLP-1, all of them are priced higher than let's say a cheap skincare product, for instance, yeah. And so of course this can increase as well the average revenue per subscriber, and doesn't need to mean that just because it's getting higher cross-selling taking place, but in general, look guys, it doesn't get lower, it's getting higher and it's accelerating without any doubt. You can see from Q1 2023 to Q2 it dropped even a little bit, yeah. It increased slightly and then it dropped a little bit, then increased slightly, and now it make really a big move compared to the old one, yeah. So that looks good for me. And when we take a look at marketing per subscriber, okay, that is something what you would like to avoid in the end, because you want to see that it's getting lower. Yeah, simple as that. I would love that it's now whatever $75 US or something like this. So this is something not positive. We can already start with the rating and keep it simple. Again, one more time with the coloring. So I give this one a red. I mean, it's not that heavily negative. I mean, they have new products that are aggressive. They want to get market share. They stated at the latest earnings call that they will keep their focus on revenue growth, not on profit. That is not their major target. And so by doing this, of course, you invest in operative things, in marketing, in sales, yeah. And it's not that negative, but I can imagine that some investors don't like that the marketing spend per subscriber getting up again one more time. But when we take a look, another dimension in terms of the marketing spend, and you can see here how much percentage of the revenue is actually marketing. And you can see it was more than 50% till Q4 2023, and that was the reason why those rumors existed. Okay, they can only achieve $1 more in revenue if they invest 50 cent in marketing, and it's not really a sustainable, long-lasting business which can really create a dynamic. And what you can see here, yes, it is doing it. Yeah, marketing of revenue is getting lower. Yeah, of course, marketing per subscriber not, but marketing per revenue. Yeah, so guys, this one is for me yellow. Yeah, it's not like heavily convincing or something like this, but as well, definitely not negative for sure. And let's take a quick look on revenue growth. And I mean, here, no doubt, but we colored it already, but I do it one more time to avoid any misunderstanding. Revenue is very positive from my perspective. When we take a look at the one of the other key metrics, marketing spend, slightly more, but see, I mean, revenue is growing way stronger quarter on quarter, basically, or let's say year on year, depending what kind of perspective you are located at. And therefore, I mean, you can see it's a blend actually between red and yellow when we take a look into the details. Yeah, but I tend stronger to yellow for sure. And that's the reason why I color it yellow as well as neutral. Let's say it like this, I rate it as neutral. And when we take a look at the subscriber base, of course, that is as well always a heavy influencing number and detail. Same like when we talk about companies, basically all SaaS companies, and because of the subscription functionality, it's a little bit like a software company as well. When we take a look at the KPIs, yeah, when we talk about retention rate, when we talk about gross margin, yeah, all of this, or payback period is quite appealing and from HIMS and HERS, and you can compare really to software companies out there. And of course, then subscriber level is as well very crucial. And yeah, might be the case, and I can imagine that this is something what is not that convincing, yeah, because it looks not that bad. You can see year-on-year growth roughly 43% compared to 1 quarter ago, year-on-year growth of 41%, so roughly 2% more, actually accurately 2% more. Sounds not that bad, especially when you consider that you're getting closer and closer to a certain level of customers, or to a peak. Of course, now we are in an early stage. That should not be the case right now. Yeah, but it should grow, but there's always a limit. Yeah, just we need to be just serious here, you know, and logical and reasonable. But however, honestly, guys, this is something which might be not the first aspect which I really don't like too much. Actually, it's not negative at all. 43.4% year-on-year growth in terms of subscribers. It's definitely not that bad. But maybe on the other hand, investors expected more. Just on this GLP development, maybe. Don't know. I mean, look, let's quickly calculate the difference, the absolute number between Q1 2024 and Q4 2023, and it's 172,000 new subscribers. And when we now, actually I don't need, but look, let's do it. And one more time. Yeah, you can see it. I mean, not sure if it's seasonality, might be seasonality, but the absolute number of subscriber growth is smaller than the quarter before. Yeah, look, however, I mean, we need to be very strict here, and that is something, I mean, it's not flawless. This time it's not, even though top line and bottom line growth is amazing, guidance adjustment is an update is great. This is kind of, for me, not a miss, but yeah, it definitely could be improved and run out better. Yeah. One more time, I want to check about. That's. I don't need to check it. What was the past, But okay. It might be. Look, guys. It might be seasonality. Yeah, this is what we need to consider as well. But the subscriber aspect is something what I don't like too much, honestly, guys. Yeah. Guys, let me quickly check one more time if the earnings presentation is already live. No, it's not. However, now I will go back and we go to my verdict sheet, and we can see it right here. And here on the top right, we have the famous sense of capital rating bar. And you can see it's set up in negative, neutral, and positive, as we already covered all the other aspects. And right now we just utilize the results of the Excel sheet, all the information we have put in and entered in the last minutes, and transfer it to this verdict sheet. And we can see we start with earnings per share and revenue. It's neutral and green. So here we go. That was positive. Okay, marketing flywheel. These are, again, one more time, the reminder. Look. Now it's already covered. Marketing flywheel, the first bullet point here listed in the short-term category. Let's go back to the Excel sheet, and we can see here the marketing attributes, the more detailed KPIs. And again, I tended more to yellow, maybe the market a little bit more to red. I don't see it that negative, because I like when the company is spending or investing money when they want to achieve more market share and more revenue. So that's 100% okay for me. So I color this as well. So back in neutral color. Not that positive, but for sure not that negative as well. Then we take a look at cross-selling one more time. Back to the Excel sheet. We already checked it together, and you can see it one more time. I mean, here we talk about the revenue per subscriber. Even though we don't know what is the background in detail of this development, but the development year on year is way better than one quarter ago and better than all the quarters before. I guess it's definitely not just inflation or something like this. I guess, as far as I know, HIMS and HERS actually lowering their price levels in general a little bit and be more competitive, and maybe they will adjust in the future. So it's not really like they are 100% premium. Of course, it's a little bit more a premium product, premium experience to be a customer of HIMS and HERS, but it's, I think it's still reasonably priced. However, that's the reason why it's rising. I will rate it as positive. Going back to PowerPoint, here we are, and there we go. And of course, we should definitely not forget even though it's not stated at my verdict sheet, because I wasn't sure if it will take place or not, but we definitely need to consider the guidance adjustment in terms of revenue and in terms of profit, and both is quite amazing. Again, one more time, these are the new ones in terms of revenue. These are the new ones in terms of adjusted EBITDA, and when we compare it to the old one, one quarter ago, but again adjusted, or as well adjusted. You can see it 1.2 and 1. So both roughly raised by 10 to 20%. I like to see this very, very much. And here as well, that is something what we need to consider. And therefore, I mean, leaving out the personalization level of their products at the moment, because it wasn't covered right now with their reporting documentation. I guess later on we can see it in the call, and we can see it in the connected earnings presentation, the personalization rate. But if they keep it on a high scale, they're already on 35%, and I guess with their weight loss products, because more or less, at least the kids, all of them are personalized, they will increase it more and more. I have no doubt this will be good as well, but I leave it out of the rating right now. However, when I take a look at it, you can see we have revenue, profit, yellow or green. We have short-term marketing flywheel effect and cross-selling, yellow, green. It would be a blend between it, but because of the adjustment of the guidance, of the raising basically of the guidance for 2024, and the high guidance from my point of view in terms of sales for Q3 2024 and adjusted EBITDA level as well, I rate it for sure positive. So guys, here perfectly prepared like a magician here, zack, copy paste. This is how I see it for sure. Okay guys, and just very, very quickly, let me check one more time the stock price review, and then I check as well the shares, and maybe using Seeking Alpha to check together with you guys first market reactions. So first I want to see how you react, of course. We see here a tendency or indicator how the market reacts, and it's minus 11%. I really can't relate to it. Again, what I see, what I understand is for sure the subscriber development, which is not that convincing, but I don't think that is the reason. Maybe it was already somehow pre-planned, let's say like this, because of GLP development, and everyone is about GLP when we talk about HIMS and HERS, which again, what I mentioned is a little bit sad. However, I mean, look, it is by far my largest position, even after this price drop of 10%, and I originally wanted to invest a little bit different in the upcoming days if prices drop further, but I can really strongly let's see. I mean, my position is already really, really large. I mean, with $36,000 or now $33,000. But look, if I would not be invested, I simply would invest. I would do it before. I would do it at $60. I would do it at $18. Honestly, I would do it even at $24. Maybe I'm too convinced by it. Yeah. Again, I'm not an analyst. I'm just a private investor. But if I would not think like this, actually I would already sell my position, but I didn't. Yeah, there's a cause for it, and that is because I'm just convinced how they perform. Even though it was not that flawless, even though some numbers peaked very stronger like the guidance, it's great. It's great. I think everything is working out as planned, and I'm really interested to check out the call in roughly 20 minutes. So guys, as I mentioned, I will check out as well your comments, what you have stated in the past minutes. Okay, so Palantir is mooning. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not invested in Palantir. And today the stream is not about it, but congrats to all of you who are invested in Palantir, of course. Cheers, man. That's great. Can't complain. Let's wait it out, and stock price will catch up. Fears of market go away. PE and PG. You can you can check out as well. Yeah, you see PE. Wait. When I check here, is it not stated? Should be. Price earnings. Oh. Okay. Maybe there is not a price earnings ratio for right now. Okay. However, let's let's go back. It's already recovering, guys. Time to pop the champagne, guys. Okay, let's go on with the comments. Yeah, CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo, right? So greetings to Portugal. Yeah, GLP-1 might be a driver. I have really no clue. It's hard to look. Lone Mover Man left a comment a few days ago below one of my posts at YouTube, and he mentioned, yeah, you can only do your best, do your research, try to consider everything in terms of a company and the environment, but on a certain level you reach your limit, and you never know what the future brings and how to evaluate all those different metrics. And honestly, the market itself, I guess, and maybe even the management of HIMS and HERS expected, I guess, way longer periods without any news of Eli Lilly or Novo Nordisk. They will end the shortage period for their products. So of course that is something disappointing in the end, or definitely negative affected. But how difficult? I don't know, man. I think really a lot of people before this GLP-1 news slapped on this company. And I still think when I see this negative 10% development, and I'm not missing any crucial, and it's just some awkward selling procedure, I don't know. And there's not really a number or really crucial aspect I'm missing. I think the market is still sleeping on it. That's just my opinion about it. Yeah, but let's see what other analysts and other people of the audience comment to this. Actually, what I thought about is when I would be a customer of the generic GLP-1 products by HIMS and HERS, and I would now order my subscription for 2 or 3 months, and I'm not sure what will be the outcome, if they can provide it in the future or not, HIMS and HERS. I don't know. But if they can't and I would be a subscriber, maybe I would be a little bit disappointed that before, the company was promoting it for $200 per month or something like this, and you have been convinced, and now you are kind of used to it, almost addicted maybe to the product, yeah, and you really like the results, and now it can really have some brand damage, bad reputation basically, which results out of it, because now the company instead, okay, look guys, we can't provide it anymore for $200. Only the original products from Eli Lilly and from Novo Nordisk. If this might be the outcome, yeah. So this as well an aspect which you can consider in terms of the mental thought process, basically by the customers. But again, I think as well this will be not that heavily negative, yeah. Okay, so. Yeah, CR7 is the best, is basically calling it here in the chat. So he at least is convinced that as soon as the shortage is over, that their option, they are not eligible anymore to basically provide those injections, yeah, these GLP injections. Of course, yeah, that was news of, I think, last Thursday. But again, one more time, I'm not sure how soon this will take place. And one more time, this is not something why I'm invested in. I'm not invested because of GLP-1. Actually, I don't even like it too much because, again, one more time, it sets the focus on the wrong spot. Yeah, but at least it creates attention to the brand by the customers, attention to the company for the investors, and maybe they come back in the future. Yeah, so that's, maybe there is some cross-selling or some effect in terms of brand awareness in the market. Yeah, very interesting question. And one more time, CR7, you asked, with all the new subscribers and everything, what do you think is going to happen after they stop offering it? Yeah, I mean, with all the new, I have no clue how many those are. One more time, we only consider at the moment 1 month of the past quarter. Yeah, just 33%. That's the truth, or even less actually. Yeah, and again, yes, a lot of people out there invested in it, and people like me celebrated it and thought, nice, finally the company experienced the attention, gets the attention which it deserves. Yeah, what it deserves. But who am I, or who should know what will be the outcome when they stop it? Again, one more time, one effect is the real world, really the business world, the business case for HIMS and HERS, the top line, the bottom line development. That is one aspect, and the other aspect, of course, is on the stock market. And these are completely different worlds sometimes. You know it, I know it. And so if I need to make a bet, of course this will have for sure a serious and more, I can imagine, not for sure guys, really not, but I can imagine that this shortage over news can have for sure further negative impact on it, because there are investors very likely who just have had an investment thesis based on GLP-1 rollout. Yeah? But on the other hand, again, it was just the icing on the cake, the cherry on the cake. It's not the cake itself, it's not the fundament of this business. Yeah, really, it's doing fine with or without GLP-1. That's my honest opinion. And looked at the guidance. I mean, management guided with this news, with this knowledge about Eli Lilly, quite huge guidance for 2024, quite huge guidance for Q3 2024. The impact on the real business seems to be limited, I guess. Yeah, smaller than. And what I want to show you as well here, maybe, yeah, you can, because anyhow I'm sharing my screen and I missed to share it with you. But guys, you can see here different Reddit groups, and yes, that's not really scientific. Yeah, it's not really empiric work, but as well, we are not in a laboratory, and we are not at the college or university or whatsoever. But you can see here weight loss groups, HIMS and HERS weight loss groups, one for the females, for the women, and one for the men. And you can see the demand is stronger, or the activity is stronger for sure at HERS. Actually, it's growing way stronger actually as well. But when we take a look now on just the history of the past posts, yeah, and threads, yeah, of course, guys. Again, it's Reddit. It's not scientific, and of course, the kit has been rolled out. Those weight loss kits has been rolled out a half a year earlier than the GLP solutions. Yeah, GLP now on the market 2 months roughly, and the kits 8 months. Yeah, something like this. But look, when you see here about what kind of topics the people are discussing, yeah, it's not like everything is GLP-1. Before it was not existing, and now only GLP-1. Look here, kit. This is as well kit, because these are the pills which are included into the packages of those kits. Yeah, kit, hitting a plateau, week 9. Not sure what they're using, don't know. Just ordered. What did they ordered? Kit 1. You can see it here. Yeah. What do we have here? Not sure. I can't see it. Refund. That's not that great. Here we have GLP-1. Pretty unhappy with the customer service. Don't like to see, but part of the reality. You see kit. But what they want to show you, a lot of kit stuff. Yeah, it's not like everything is GLP-1, and that shows me or gives me some hope. And I can tell you that I read some of the stories, and of course you don't know how valid they are, if they are the truth or not. Everyone can write their stuff in the internet and share it, whatever, you know it by yourself. But I have seen a lot of remarkable results. Yes, there are a lot of side effects as well, for sure, man. I think people getting headaches or this kind of stuff. Read it by yourself if you are interested. So it's not all positive, yeah. But what I want to show you, that the people losing really strongly on weight. Wait, I guess I have really one. People are asking if it's legit, and you can see here my experience after 5 months. Yeah, of course, that's a very good example, but you can see with the utilization of a kit, they lost basically 51 lbs, yeah, in 5 months. Yeah, so I just want to show you, yes, it's not that case, but imagine Hims and Hers can't sell anymore the generic GLP-1 products for $200, and they need to go back and just focus on their kids. Yeah, but their kids cost, I think, lowest price is $79 per month, something like this, for subscription, of course. Yeah, and now compare it to Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk products of 1,200, 1,300 or something like this. Yes, of course, maybe you can get covered by insurance companies, and I think I read that in the US, like, is it United Health? Is it called United Health, the largest insurance company in the US? But I think, for instance, with them, what I've read about it, it's not that easy to get the prescription and financial support for GLP weight loss products and this kind of stuff. So it's still fitting very well. It is a holistic service, even though I read as well the app by Hims and Hers in terms of losing weight is not the best one. It's not working perfectly, but however, they have this holistic approach. They have their personalized different kits for different types of body types, yeah, basically characteristics. And so from my perspective, for sure, it's not the end of the world. Let's go back to the price, and I go further through the cover. Ah, look, guys, here. That is how it should be. It's getting better. Now we are... Oh, it's not getting better, huh? What was right, what was wrong? Okay, no, that's still 10% negative. 6% negative? 6% negative. Okay, look, it's recovering. I don't want to see, act overconfident. I think that's always, as soon as you are an investor and you're overconfident, things can go bad, and very strongly bad, basically, and very quickly as well. But you see already, maybe you guys are purchasing shares and pushing upwards the stock price, but it heads into the right direction from my perspective. But let's go on with the comment section. Yeah. Yeah, and CR7 mentioned it as well. Once they can clarify that, I expect the numbers to skyrocket. And I don't see any reason for, you guys, really, I don't see any reason for clarification. One more time. Look, I mean, I didn't understand why people slept on this company and still sleeping on it. I don't understand it, and it would not surprise me in any direction if they would still sleep on it. And it's absolutely okay, because soon or later people, as long as Hims and Hers is executing, yeah, and still developing like they already did in the past quarters, they go on with this kind of legacy, yeah. If they accept it for what it is, and not only a GLP-1 provider whatsoever, and maybe the quick money from one day to another, as soon as they accept this aspect and this fact, yeah, I guess there's good chance that the stock price is rising and people getting comfortable to be an investor of Hims and Hers, yeah. And guys, one more time, there's international potential. There's so much more product categories, product types. Personalization, AI is as well with matching aspect. Look, definitely some opportunities. I check a few more comments, guys. It affects the price as they have already. Yeah, David Helsel, as you mentioned or addressed to CR7, that you don't understand how it can affect the price because it is already considered a guidance. As I mentioned, I see it similar. Yeah, so obviously it has an impact. It is an emotional topic as well, and it can have even a negative impact. Yes, but I think as well I can't relate to it. Why people are surprised by it, because it was always a risk, and it was maybe even already priced in, and on the other hand, I still don't know honestly exactly what will be the outcome if they really can't provide a GLP-1 product since a few days ago. I'm not sure if that's the outcome. I'm not an expert. You told that the volume looks good. Yeah, Joachim Forsberg, as I mentioned, from my perspective, you can see here subscriber level getting a little bit lower, yes, on the absolute scale. I mean, Q4 2023 to Q1 2024 was 172,000 up, and now from this quarter to last quarter is only 155,000 up, and especially with GLP-1, again GLP-1, why maybe HIMS and HERS should change their name to GLP-1. Yeah, really, I think it's on a certain level it's actually almost a joke when you take that high focus on this. Can't understand it. However, that's just my personal opinion. But you can see that, yeah, the subscriber base actually, honestly, is not developing that great, and yeah, that's definitely, yeah, that's definitely not that convincing, this aspect. However, let's go on. Yeah, I'm not sure what is going on with recession. I'm not sure how. One more time, let me check. Do this quickly in the background. If I can see the aftermarket prices of the different indices. Let's see, for instance, the classic one, Nvidia. It's up 1.5%. So it's not like the whole market is tanking, I guess. It's really HIMS and HERS which is under pressure. Okay, let's share back the screen. Andrew made X posts. Okay, guys, then let's go to Andrew Dudum's X account because it's already here in the back. That's the reason. I hope I can read it because I'm not logged in right now. Shit. And I actually never used X next to my. That's pinned. 1st May. I can see this 6th May. I should train and work a little bit more with X. Because now I can't see. One moment, I quickly will stop sharing the screen and log in, and let's see if I'm capable to check out the newest post of Andrew Dudum, the CEO of HIMS and HERS, because someone wrote in the chat that he posted something. So now I'm logged in. You can see it, right? Yeah, okay. Man. And at this point in time, quick reminder, you can follow me as well here on my X account. It's called A Sense of Capital. Damn, how can am I really too old and too dumb to utilize X or Twitch in the right manner? Because, okay, this one is pinned, I understand. It's from 10th of November. Here. Okay, here we have a post. More people than ever are looking to HIMS as their partner in leading healthier lives. Today we announced more than 150K net new subscribers joined us on the platform this quarter, bringing our active total to nearly 1.9 million. On what to know from today's report. Yeah, okay, but he shared some more stuff. Okay, let's go through it. Why not? I mean, we are online. Let's start with the oldest one. This is transformative moment in healthcare delivery, and HIMS and HERS is meeting that moment by sitting stand. Okay. Just some promotional statements. We are more confident than. Yeah, look here. I mean, they're spreading confidence because about their weight loss product line, but again, they are not selling GLP-1. Obviously, they don't do it. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight this out. Through our growing capabilities and new products, we are helping remove barriers to treatment for borders to set for customers. That means we can continue delivering lower price points for our customers while still providing a high quality customer experience, even as we continue to grow. Compounded in the US, okay. And they mentioned as well at the call they will take more money to invest in machinery, basically on the production facility side. So we are getting personal 4 out of 5. Now carry at least 10 personalized solutions, and more than 40% of our subscribers are using. So now we finally have the personalized subscribe numbers. So thank you very much. Oh, you mentioned Firestar 555. Mentioned the call has started. I'm sorry, guys. I can't share the call. I can make it happen maybe in the future. Yeah, I will work on it for sure. But I understand if you leave right now to go for the call. I always do it like this, that I later on read the transcript basically and save a little bit of time, so I can recommend this approach as well. But I understand if you leave now the call, this stream, to go for the official HIMS Nurse call. TD, very nice to have you in here. Where's the report you asked? And I quickly showed where you can find it. So, because actually you are already a little bit, just slightly late, quite late, but you can see you can go on their investors relation page, and then of course you have here the different documents, Q2 in this column, and there you can check out as well. And yeah, the earnings presentation is still not uploaded. However, here you have the press release with the core elements of their reporting. But what I want to add now is the missing 40% of personalization, or even more than 30%. And actually that's surprising me. I didn't expect that they would go up by 5%. But again, I guess that's driven by the weight loss product line. Because one more time, when we share, let me go back, so many different tabs which are open. Is it this one? We need to go to page 18 of the old one. And there you will see that 100% of their weight loss products, okay, you can't see it, but it's stated somewhere that 100% of the weight loss products are basically personalized ones. And of course, if people, the demand in terms of weight loss getting higher and higher, and all of those are rated as personalized products, because the kits are definitely, their weight loss kits are definitely personalized. I'm not sure if they count their GLP-1 products as well as personalized. I don't think so, but maybe they are doing it. Yeah. However, of course, this as well increased very, very strongly the share of personalized products which get ordered at HIMS and HERS. Yeah? So actually it's not that surprising. But let's go back to the PowerPoint sheet, and I want to add here as well personalized product increasement, and again 40% compared to 30% of 35% of last quarter. That's green for me, and it's even strength a little bit the outcome and my verdict in terms that I rate this earnings experience as a positive one, for sure a positive one. I know, okay, it's more tendency between neutral and positive, but the tendency is way stronger at positive than neutral one, just based on their guidance in terms of revenue and earnings, and definitely convincing me. And again, one more time, what I didn't like so much is the marketing development. The spend could be a bit lower, but I guess they can afford it, yeah. And more crucial actually is the subscriber growth, which is not convincing that heavily to me. But on the other hand, as I shared a moment ago at Dudum, the CEO's X account, they stated that here that the subscriber growth is in highlight. Yeah, so for him it's positive. Yeah. And let's check out the price one more time, and yeah, we see it's developing now. One more time I update this page. That's not up to date. You can see it's from 15 minutes ago, so give it a moment. Here I'm somewhere in the outback of Germany. Actually, there's no outback, but there's definitely countryside. And my mobile network connection is not the best, but you can see, okay, it was more than 10% in the minus. And maybe there's a strong short seller interest rate. I mean, not maybe it is. Maybe there's some impact on it. They started to push it out somehow, but you can see now it's heading into the right direction, and would not surprise me if tomorrow till the opening bell or latest till the closing bell rings, and if there's no overall recession, the turbulence is going on, I can imagine we are strongly in the positive. And look, now I can guess something, and my guess is it's difficult period at the moment, but I would not be surprised if Andrew Dudum can convince at the call and everything sounds positive, 5 till 10%. 5 to 10%, more like 5 to 7.5%. That's what my guess is, my bet for tomorrow, up of course. And now guys, let me check one more time the latest comments you have left here. I like it so much that you interact with me. Well, Mirza, the problem is, the only issue is with this earnings call is that I need to share as well the sound, and I need to set up a little bit here my recording software. I will adjust it for the next earnings season, and maybe then I will cover as well the calls. Yeah, but I think I don't like it so much to cover calls. What I prefer is that you listen it by yourself, and I do it as well by myself. I can do some notes, and then I think it's most efficient for both sides. Yeah, but maybe I will think about it, and from next earnings season on, really I take it serious. And from next earnings season on, maybe I will cover as well the calls of the earnings and the companies I'm backing. Okay, guys. But I want to do quickly is, as the last step for today, I go to Seeking Alpha platform, which I definitely can recommend. You can see in my portfolio. And I go to HIMS and HERS, and I will check the post which announced the results of it, as you can see here. And I want to check the first market reactions, as you can see here. And yes, here the first guy here, as you can see, is asking why, or woman, who knows, why the sell-off, and 4 people are liking it. Then they did not blow out expectation. Yay, they did actually shorters, trying to find any reason to push the stock down. Yeah, basically what I mentioned as well. For sure, I mean, it was kind of a blowout. And one more time, there's a certain level of short rate, and so as a share tier, wait, one more time. Here you can see it. And of course they are interested that the stock is dropping, and yeah, maybe that's right. Okay, what we have here, raises full year revenue guidance should put the stock up alongside the other great numbers, yet it is down 10% after already being beat down approximately 30%. I think the stock will be up tomorrow pre-market once traders realize that this report is good. Yeah, and 8 people liking it. So I mean, I guess really the regular private investors like you and me, we all sharing the same opinion and stay somehow confident, a little bit surprised how the market reacts. But again, one more time, people slept on it, companies or investors slept on it, and still sleeping on it from my perspective. And so it's not surprising me completely that they're still sleeping on it. Period, for me. Not bad. I will buy more tomorrow. Outstanding results, but tanking, I don't get it anymore. Tanking after hours. Time to add more tomorrow. Let's just hope that this crazy price action lasts until tomorrow. These after hours moves are usually purely algo driven and not sustainable. I will be happy in either case. The CC starts in 5 minutes. It can move it more. Yeah, and that's again what I share. I mean, if you check out the earnings roundups session from last Friday, which I shared with you guys. You see that I'm not that highly convinced how the management and of HIMS and HERS, so Andrew Dudum and his team, keeping the calls, because they're adding not so much numbers most of the time, and by replying on the inquiries of the analysts who participating at those calls. And I like it when you push more out the facts and numbers driven and stats, and details. That is what I prefer, basically. And they didn't do this last time. I hope this time they will do it more, because with numbers sometimes you can be more, you have more power and convince the people who ask you those questions. 380 million in Q3 and around 402 in Q4 while being GAAP profitable. I will take that. Looks good to me. The current earnings season is generally rather weak, especially regarding top line growth. Nonetheless, they were able to beat top and bottom line. Maybe the market did expect more because of GLP-1. Top pick and still one of the best long-term growth stocks. I couldn't summarize it better, guys. So, I mean, really, one more time sharing the verdict page, and for me it looks very positive, especially again considering the guidance adjustments. Only more negative aspect is marketing expenses, but that's really slightly one more neutral one than a really negative one. But what is a little bit negative, if I need to rate something negative, again, is the subscriber growth. And it is how it is. I can definitely live with it. One more time, last move for today, checking the price, updating it. Again, my guess or my bet for tomorrow till closing bell is something between 5 and 7.5% up. Maybe I'm too optimistic about it, but again, it's not without any reason my number one ranked stock. And you can see it's way better shape right now with 3.1% in the red. And last one, what I want to share is the outlook for the upcoming earnings. So the earnings season just started for me, and you can see what will come up is next week, the exotic week, how I call it, with the largest financial digital bank in the world by customers, with more than 100 million customers, actually new, located in Brazil and active in Brazil, in Mexico and Colombia. Then we go on Tuesday with StoneCo, the point of sales terminal, financial services and ERP software provider as well, out of Latin America, out of Brazil, and active in 16 different countries. And then last but not least, we finalized this week with Grab's results on Wednesday. Grab is located in Southeast Asia and is a provider of food delivery, mobility and financial services. Like this company as well, very much especially new, and Grab are definitely two of my top 3 stocks. I rank them very high, and I'm very convinced by those 2 companies. So I strongly recommend to join those calls as well if you're someone interested in growth companies with high potential in the future, which are maybe priced reasonable and not that badly at the moment. So would be very happy if you join. And in general, one more time, guys, if you liked what you have seen here, please leave a like under this video. Subscribe to my channel and follow me as well on X, on Instagram and on Reddit to not miss any updates, any commented news, any purchases or sell procedures which took place when we talk about my personal investment portfolio. In the current situation, even though I'm not that running around with huge cash rate, I'm ready to set a higher leverage, let's say it like this, and go for more debt if the stock prices drop further, or even if they keep or stay on these levels. So if you want to figure out on time in what kind of companies I invested, how much money, I definitely can recommend to follow me as well on those channels. And guys, I hope I didn't miss anything, but so far it looks good. I had a really great time. I was waiting for this moment for 3 months, really, from bottom of my heart. I'm not telling any bullshit. I was, for me, like a little bit like Christmas and Easter combined. And I enjoyed the time with you. I highly appreciate that so many of you joined the stream and used the chat. That was definitely, for me, an amazing experience. Even though I rushed a little bit through the program, I tried to make sure to cover as well the call in the future, but can't promise anything right now. I hope Andrew Dudum and his team is doing it right at the moment, and if not, still the numbers speak for itself. Guys, I prefer to be invested in a company where the numbers speak very positive language than a management which talking too much or too negative stuff or too positive stuff and optimistic, which is not based on fundamentals. So it stays as my number one ranked company, and I'm looking really forward for future earnings results. Lone Mover, man, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for your loyalty. I highly appreciate this, and I hope we can spend more earnings sessions in the future and even other calls. And yeah, thank you very much as well for doing this favor for the audience and the investors of HIMS by purchasing more shares. Again, one more time, very likely I would purchase more shares as well if I would not be that heavily invested, but I guess it's definitely reasonably priced. I can't say it different, without being too confident and too optimistic. Guys, thank you very much for joining. Take care of yourself. One more time disclaimer, this was not financial advice, consultation whatsoever, and there was no guarantee of the correctness for the provided data. And guys, hope you will join on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday as well. And then the week afterwards I will cover Alphen from the Netherlands, substation, EV chargers and energy storage systems provider. And the last week of August, I think on the 13th, 30 of August, will be the last company I'm backing this earnings season, and that will be the cybersecurity vendor out of the US, which is Sentinel-1, and big competitor of CrowdStrike. And all of you know, CrowdStrike was affecting or creating this kind of outage 2 weeks ago. So very interesting as well, maybe for you guys. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining. Take care of yourself. Most important, stay healthy. That's more worth than anything else. And yeah, cheers. See you next time. Bye bye. All the best.